We're almost at go. 10 seconds.
Happy trials.
Let's check the bees.
6, 5,
Let's go to black.
3.
In order for some rides to work, you must consciously think that you are riding them.
Hello, I'm Cookie, and this pumpkin pie recipe I found online may actually be for a pipe bomb. I'd say it was sad you're playing alone, but you already know that. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Self-Righteous Harvest Vegetarian Corn Dogs. You won't have a beef with our corn dogs, or a pork, most likely.
And right this way. Kicking things off, Pink is so hot. I'm sorry, I can't help it, but every Maroon 5 song gets stuck in my head. They're just so catchy. But the girl, she's so good, but she's so good. If Maroon 5 only sings red hot songs, which group would only sing the blues? Chartreuse 5, Fuchsia 5, Cerulean 5, or Vermilion 5? Maroon is a shade of red and cerulean is a shade of blue. The gold cerulean shade of blue, maroon is red. Buck her up for the goddess of 15 love. If tennis superstar Venus Williams behaved like the planet Venus, what would be true about her? She'd expose her moon once every match, she'd be extremely cold to her opponents, she'd be one of the dimmest players on the tour, or she'd be the only player to spin clockwise to hit a ball. Not much time left. Actually, she'd be extremely hot, which she is, smoking! Ready for this? Of all the planets in our solar system, Venus is the only one that rotates clockwise. Which is why at the end of each day, a tiny bird pops out of the planet Venus and yells cuckoo. Next, maybe we can get married in the future. And oh yeah, it's a dis or dat. Okay, here's what we're doing. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, you tell me if it's a science fiction movie or TV show, or a gay and lesbian lifestyles magazine. If it's sci-fi, press the square button. If it's gay or bi, press your circle button. For each one you get right, you get $300. But for each one you miss, you lose $300. And keep your eye on the clock. You've got 30 seconds until the end. Alrighty then, here it comes. Out Traveler, Instinct, Way Out, Forbidden Planet, Metro Source, XY, Exchange. Is it space? You have a problem with space? Well, I like lifestyle magazines and science fiction. I guess that makes me bi. Wow, what a weight off my shoulders. Everybody quattro, hey! Here's one for you. That outfit looks like sheet. If the sizes on togas were written in Roman numerals, which size would I not be able to find at the toga shop? S, M, L, or XL? There is no S in Roman numerals, so there be no small togas. Which is fine. I mean, if my toga were too small, you'd be able to see my aqueduct.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
I call this one Safari So Goody. I've been looking into going on a safari, and I keep reading about the big 5 animals that everybody hopes to see. Big 5 this, big 5 that. It got me thinking. Which team in college football's Big 12 conference shares a name with one of the Big 5 safari animals? Colorado Buffaloes, Missouri Tigers. Why didn't you pick this? The Big 5 African game or safari animals are the lion, the cheetah, not the tiger, the elephant, the rhinoceros, and the buffalo. Of course, Colorado will be moving to the Pac-10 Conference in 2011, which makes sense, because Colorado is so close to the Pacific Ocean where there are a lot of buffaloes. Aw, shucks. And all right, because you've just won a corn-filled corn dog from Self-Righteous Harvest Vegetarian Corn Dogs, now made with 100% pure corn syrup. This wrong answer of the game just got you an extra 4,000 smackers. Congratulations. That's all we got for round one. And you should be very proud of that score, because I'm not. Don't forget, in round two, all the cash is doubled. Let's move on, shall we? Take a stab at tether or not. Hey, you remember playing that game in the schoolyard called tetherball? You know, there's like a rubber ball attached to a pole by a rope and you try to hit it and wrap it around the pole before your opponent does? Well, what would most likely be the problem if instead of tetherball, you were playing tetherball? Your ball would be enlarged, your ball would be excessively hairy, your ball would be moving around all by itself, or your ball would be red and itchy. That's a different problem altogether. Watch how easy this is. Tether is a general term for any number of skin problems like eczema, so your tether ball would most likely be red and itchy. You can probably avoid this problem by keeping your pole nice and clean.
Question 7.
Here's one I like to call Brokeback Mountain the Musical. Which of the following movies was not turned into a Broadway or off-Broadway musical? Pretty Woman, Legally Blonde, Debbie Does Dallas, or Carrie? One of the biggest flops in history was your answer. I mean, Carrie the musical. Want to see the answer? There has never been a Pretty Woman the musical. Oh, you're my prostitute and I love you. You're a hooker, but I can see that you're more than that. Oh, I love you, hooker.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Up next, Jay Whiz. Which of these authors did not write one of the top 25 best-selling books of all time? J.M. Barrie, J.D. Salinger, J.R.R. Tolkien, or J.K. Rowling? J.M. Barrie created Peter Pan, but he did not write one of the top 25 books of all time, unlike J.D., J.R.R., and J.K. And the number one best-selling book of all time is the Bible, written, of course, by J. Christ.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
Let's try 7 habits of effectively high people. Suppose Ozzy Osbourne had been organized enough earlier in his career to keep a written agenda. Which phrase would best complete this entry? February 19th, 1982. Pick up dry cleaning, blank the Alamo. Urinate on, crash car into, marry Sharon at, or bite off Dove's head during free show at. Watch the clock. Ozzy was arrested in 1982 for urinating on the Alamo. Eyewitness reports suggest that not everything is bigger in Texas.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Next, Triple X. In order, which of the following is a hairless cat, a tailless cat, and just a big cat with both hair and a tail? Sphinx, Lynx, Manx, Manx, Sphinx, Lynx, Sphinx, Manx, Lynx, or Lynx, Sphinx, Manx? Your answer is like a lone turd in a box of sand. Smart people choose this. Sphinx cats have no hair, most Manx cats have no tails, and lynxes are your standard wild cats. Sorry, saying all those X's made my throat all... Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 if you're right, 4,000 gone if you're wrong. And one more thing.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Help, I lost my, I lost my train of thought. Well, good luck. There it is! Let's see, I bet $500 you would do pretty well, but not perfect. So I think I won that one. Thanks for doing only kind of a good job. Wow, I really have to get this gambling problem under control.
You don't